What is up, digital world? Win rate 0% back once again. This time we are joined by Bryce.
Hello.
And I am Cobb. This week, guys, we've got no Adam. Adam is currently ill at the minute, so sadly he will not be appearing today. First time that has happened, actually, in the history of the podcast. But this week we've got some interesting topics for you. We're going to talk a little bit about Digimon Liberators, the card game webcomic that's came out. We've both just read that there. Just get a wee bit of chat on that and some of the new cards. Then we're going to talk a little bit about the meta, the competitive side of Digimon. We actually did a tier list as our last episode, and we're going to be talking a bit about what we got right, what we got wrong, how things have changed. Then we're going to talk a bit about BT16, which is on the horizon. So look forward to all that, guys. And yeah, so Bryce, Digimon stuff, right?
Yeah, Digimon stuff indeed. First, just start with Liberators, I guess.
Mate, we got to talk about the friggin' locals scene, right? Because you've
What?
actually been putting in a good effort, and you have been showing up to locals like a good man, a good member of the community. And it's been good. So how has locals been treating you recently, mate?
It's not been bad. I mean, the Kentauros deck, the version of it that we left uploaded, that's just the final version, I think. Probably done with it just about now. Probably going to swap back to normal vaccine now that we're coming towards the end of the set. But yeah, locals has been fine. I've been doing alright. Found out Quartzmon is the anti to that deck, but
It's because you've taken out a lot of the big bombs, right? It's a really hard meta to take into things because it's like how do you out a Digimon that you're suspended already? Big level 7s, right? They're kind of hard to out.
yeah. It's nice to have the minus, but it's just you'd rely so much on the level 5s and the bursting.
The tamer man.
Also,
And stuff like that,
Quartzmon
right?
just says no restanding. It doesn't say during the restand phase. So poor
Yeah.
Kit or poor what's his face, the level 5
Chirinmon.
Chirinmon. Aye, poor Chirinmon. He's completely useless in the matchup.
Very tragic.
They find the Quartz and cry.
I know Quartz is like so good into so many decks. Like I remember thinking when BT14 came out and I was on the D Brigade, I remember thinking, well, listen, this deck has a bit of an issue dealing with like wide boards and you just slap a Quartzmon and Quartzmon deals with tall boards, it deals with wide boards, it really deals with almost anything that doesn't immediately out it with a when Digivolving effect or something like that. It's a nuts
Aye.
card. I was playing it in Terriermon recently as well, just to get a little bit of aggression, a bit more control. Because that deck, sets up lots of tamers and stuff like that. So even if they're not setting them up, you do get a lot of value off of the trashing effect. But it's a nuts card, man, a crazy boss monster, and that's probably why it's sitting at £20 right now.
How's the locals been going on for you then?
Man, I've been all over the place, right? So because I've been doing this fire risk assessment course, I've been going out and doing actual risk assessments, and I had a 2-week period where I couldn't make locals once.
Absolute
Because,
tragic.
I actually stopped to think, and I was like, locals is about 5 or 6 hours of your day if you go, right? Like, most people, I think a lot of the time you're in town anyway when you're going, right? But
No, for
if
Digimon actually, no, I'm usually coming from.
no,
Yeah.
the commute is a nightmare though, right? Because it's like you probably have to leave about 4:45 or something like that. Right? You get like a train or a bus depending on what the crack is. So I have to leave at like 20 to 5. Local starts at 6, and most of the time locals doesn't end till like 9 or 10. And then by the time it's done, you're no back to 10:30 or 11. So realistically, you've spent like 6 hours of your day going. But I'm getting a bit sidetracked here. It's been going well now that I've been back, mate. I've only really played in one. Well, I played in 3 locals last week, and I've been in a weird position because I do really like Terriermon, and I kind of like the deck. I think it's just missing a little something. But I do like it, and I was planning on taking it to Manchester Regionals. But then on Wednesday, I had been cooking up a Myotismon list for ages because that's like one of my favourite kind of
Don't go with my
garbage
Otis, man.
decks.
Don't
No,
go
no.
with it.
Right, so I part of me was like, do I take this here to locals and then go 4-0 and then that convinces me to take it? But no, I was actually playing it going, like, how am I getting away with this stuff? This is like glacially slow. So it's obviously still got issues, and I don't know if the stuff coming out next set really helps that. But basically, yeah, played my Otismon last Wednesday, went 3-1, which is pretty good. And then on Friday, I was like, so there's been changes to the meta, and I was like, listen, what if I just play frickin' Etamon, right? We don't really know what the meta is now. It's like so many things have changed, and I'm kind of just like, if I don't know the meta, and I'm just like, I feel like so many people are playing Terriermon. I like to be the special snowflake. I don't want to show up with a deck that you've already played 2 times today. I want you to sit across the table for me and go, oh, he's playing that. That's interesting. And I love Etamon, and it might not be good for long. If it was ever good to begin with, it's like mediocre, right? So I'm gonna think I'm pretty much locking in Etamon at regionals at this point. Yeah. So I've played it on Friday, went 3-1. Had some fucking terrible luck in some games, man. Like,
what was it you lost to?
Red Hybrid. Yeah, Red Hybrid. Right. It was a 1-1-1 loss to Red Hybrid. And was it time? I think it might have been a 2-1 loss. I can't actually remember off the top of my head. But yeah, the other thing is, like, Etamon is actually a really, really good matchup into Red Hybrid, because you've got protection from pop, and you can pop their tamers, and there's a lot of ways to control Red Hybrid, and like Etamon's like an attrition style deck, I would say. So it's got a lot of tools to deal with it. It's just like, do you find them or not? Because I had so many issues trying to like find Digimon. There was a game where, so I'm actually running the Ukomon package in it right now, 4 Uko, 2 Louis, and in one of the games I had like just 6s, 5s, and like Chumons in my hand. So I was like, fuck, I've got nothing to do here. Evolve Chumon, draw Louis. I'm like, I have 0 way to pass turn here, so I'm just gonna have to play Louis here. Played Louis so that I could hatch an egg next turn and get another draw. Drew another Louis, found nothing else to stall with, did it again, and in the following turn I found training, and I was on 3 memory, and I was like, fucking yippee, here we go, we're going to find the Sukamon here, which I have 12 of, by the way. This level 4s, I didn't find one. And I was like, training for another level 5. So it's just, oh mate, it's so infuriating when stuff like that happens. You're like, it's just such a terrible setup that you're like, what can I really do about it, you know?
It's just one of those games.
One of those games, baby, and it happens in every card game. But
yeah,
god damn, in Digimon does it hurt so bad, because you're just like, I can't do anything about this. What do I do? Play Etamon for 7? I don't think so.
What do you mean?
So
bro?
yeah,
That's fine. Just hard drop Etamon.
Bro, this is the crazy thing about the memory system in Digimon, right? You can just like play any card at any time, technically. So it's like, you know, it's pretty good. You can't really brick, because you just play like 8 and drop your level 5 on the board. Yeah, that's an absolute copium argument. We all know that it dies. We all know that the level 5 dies, and then you lose the game instantaneously.
You do indeed.
But aye, that was the Eld Locals. Looking forward to trying to take it to regionals. I think I'm going to keep the Ukomon engine in it, but I'm still somewhat in 2 minds about it, because it does hit you with some consistency issues as in regards to, like, if you use the inheritable of EX5 Etamon to top 3 for a black or yellow Digimon, obviously that's 4 slots taken up that you can't find something, and there is just like various consistency issues it brings up. But I think the deck just lacks like a little bit of aggression, and it also lacks like a little bit of memory manipulation, and the Ukomon Louis actually kind of solves that issue. So yes, I'm excited for it, and I'm actually brewing Etamon for next set, Bryce. I told you that, right?
Yeah. We've seen this. The fucking bottom end.
I don't know if I want to give it the full sauce, right?
We'll wait till it come. We'll wait till you've tested it, and we'll see if the sauce works.
Aye. All I'm gonna say to the viewers at home, right? I was sitting going, Listen, there's such a bit. This is what I hate about tribal games, right? I love playing tribal decks, but I hate how when the new set comes out and unless they dedicate support to it, you're like, what the hell do I do here? Like, I got nothing for this deck. And I'm desperate to like try and play Etamon for as long as I can or really want to. So I was looking at it and I was like, you can't remove any of the level 4s from Etamon because you need a high number of Sukamon. You can't remove the level 5s really. You still need like the security Etamon and you can't touch the level 6s. So it's like, what could I really get here? And I look and I see Chaosmon and I'm like, listen, I already know Chaosmon is like a card. I don't know how it will actually work. You know, I thought about this before, right? Because all the Etamon level 6s are black-yellow, so you can Jogress any of them together. And the other thing is, the partition effect is absolutely fucking bonkers, because Metal Etamon's got an on-play. So, if Chaosmon leaves the field and you've got 2 Metal Etamon on the field, you just basically show up and blow up all their tamers, or if it's later into the game, you can blow up like a big Digimon, a small Digimon. It's really hard for them to deal with it. And then Chaosmon basically like kills 1 or 2 Digimon off the board with the 2 best bits of removal in the game. So I don't know if it'll actually work or not, right? Because he also has this effect, end of your opponent's turn, trash the top card of both stacks. Is he really doing enough to control the board for me? Are they actually going to out Chaosmon is another question. I don't know. Like, does he just sit there and block once per turn and never get outed? And I'm like, shit, he's trashing my own security. I'm going to lose. I don't know. But it's like something we're thinking about.
I feel like if they want to out him, it's not too hard for most colours.
But if they do out him, it's actually bonkers for me. I actually want them to out this Chaosmon.
I'm trying to find him again. I've lost him in the set.
He de-digivolve, so when digivolving, it's actually not even only when he... Hold on, it's not only when he DNAs.
No, I've noticed that with a lot of the DNAs coming out. None of them are on DNA only. It's fucking nuts.
That's bonkers. So for 5, de-digivolve 3, and then...
KO a guy, basically.
What?
Yeah.
You could also spread it. Like that's nuts, man. Holy. Mate. The question is just, can he... Man, this actually could be.
I feel like you don't. I feel like you just don't out this actually. Barrier is optional. Barrier is optional.
Okay, brilliant. So they can just let him die. That's great. Man, that's nuts. Holy shit. But then you can even DNA it fairly frequently because obviously Metal Etamon, black, yellow, redirect them into the stack. Etamon triggers, plays a Metal Etamon or a King Etamon, gets its effect, and then you can DNA the 2. So, man, I don't know. That looks better than I thought it was. I thought it was DNA only.
Does partition not need to... when this leave the battle area, other than by one of your effects or in battle. So they do need to effect removal.
Or an eye, right? Okay. But then I guess you've got barrier for battle, right? If you really want to keep them around. I guess the worry is like, I'm trashing too much of my own security here and I kill myself accidentally.
Could be scary.
It's something, mate. It's something, and I mean,
don't know. I feel like if you're putting this down, your opponent's kind of in a like, oh fuck, win now or lose now scenario.
Yeah, it's just the question is like if they have enough aggression to kill me with this on board or not. But I mean, even honestly, just for 5 memory, like nuke anything is pretty bonkers with the 2 best sources of like deletion in the game. Really bonkers. So yeah, interested in that. But I'm not gonna tell you everything here. I'll let you guys at home piece this together yourself, right? There is black-yellow support, and that is the Etamon colour, and there is dedicated black-yellow support dropping. And I'll tell you something else, right? Chumon is not that necessary for the deck. Nothing in the deck mentions Chumon apart from Sukamon Searcher and Metal Etamon for BT11 that you probably don't run anymore.
Mate, you're basically hand-feeding them it. You're basically hand-feeding them.
Don't matter that much. Well, listen, they might want to work it out, they might not want to work it out. But, yeah, interesting stuff. I'm excited to test it, and there's a lot of potential with it, so fingers crossed I can make something work, and then get first place at Worlds with it.
Aye, mate, sure. You can continue to dream with that one.
Potential, mate. Potential.
Right. Moving swiftly forward. Liberators Chapter 1 came out in between these 2 episodes that They've been quite spread out recently. It will be fixed, we
Yes.
promise. But
I know.
reading through it, what do we think?
Mate, it's pretty cool. I really like the setup, like the idea of some sort of, manga. It's basically like a manga online, right? So like a manga based around the Digimon card game pogs me. See, if it was a manga based on just Digimon, I don't think I would be that interested in reading it. But see, because there's already this manga is actually having effects on the card game, right? Because they're putting Digimon in it, and people are going, "Holy shit!" Are they going to print support for this archetype? Like Galacticmon wins the world finals in the first episode, and yeah, people were like buying out Galacticmon and stuff like that because of it.
That's
So
hilarious. That's
it's funny, man. And there's cards. I'm so sure they're gonna like cards are going to be in the manga before they get revealed and stuff like that, and that would be like a cool way to cross promote the two. And I mean, there's not really been much of like the first episode was mainly like world building, right?
yeah. This first one is mostly just a wee intro to the world, intro to our two main characters, and then the main character's got fucking basically performance issues.
Yep, he is not confident in his own ability. He's only been playing the game for 3 months, and he's pretty good at the game, but he can't really get that out because he's kind of bricking himself every time he sits across the table for somebody.
He's too scared of the actual Digimon. He's like, oh no, big monsters scare me.
I know. I think one thing that is interesting about it though is like the Digimon in this world. I was certain that they were going to take like a Yu-Gi-Oh approach, where he's like summon Teromon. Teromon comes out in silence and maybe goes huh or something like that.
Yeah.
But it seems like when they summon the Digimon, they're more like Pokemon, where they know that they've been in a card, they're coming out. The wee AI guys that get summoned for the card, and they've got their own personalities and stuff, which is cool. So I like that, and I'm interested to read more and see where the plot goes.
Yeah.
But any respect for the card game is huge, because I'll be honest, the card game is basically got Digimon on its back right now. Like
we are getting nothing else. We're getting Liberators in the card game.
The card game goes crazy, but there's basically for the last 2 years been zero news about games apart from a game is coming. That's all we've had for game news.
Was Survive not out in those last 2 years?
That came out a wee while ago, but Survive as well for me, and I feel like the community's kind of 50-50 on it. Either you loved it if you're like a visual novel enjoyer, or like probably if you're not a visual novel enjoyer, you're not going to enjoy it. Because I could get down to like the kind of turn-based strategy game aspect of it, but it really didn't feel fleshed out to me particularly. So yeah, it was mid. I had my issues with it. It was mid, right? It felt like it needed more. They needed to put more effort into it. It had so many different delaying issues. There seems like there was production issues with it, development issues that caused the delays, and perhaps it didn't have quite the funding it needed. It's a really cool world and the story's interesting, but honestly, it's the only Digimon game I've played in my adult life that I've not completed, which says a lot because I'm fucking Digimon daft.
I was gonna say that's impressive from you, Mister. I love Digimon World 1, which is a garbage game.
No, it isn't. It's probably the best Digimon game ever made.
Alright, Mister. Alright, Granda. We'll put you back in your chair.
You're like that. Why do you not like Digimon World, Bryce? Tell me now.
Hey, it's just See, back then, fair enough. It's fine.
Tell me it's
so
grindy,
bad.
I dare you. Tell me it's
so
grindy,
bad.
I dare you.
No, because you're gonna be like, oh, but you like Digimon New Order, and that's grindy.
Exactly. You're like that. Me grinding for one of my 3 Digimon I'm gonna use the whole game. Oh, this is ass, bro. You grinding in Cyber Sleuth for 2 hours with Platinum Sukamon, like, holy bro, I'm getting so much XP.
Mate, I didn't fight in Cyber Sleuth. In Cyber Sleuth, I put my Switch on sleep mode and came back the next day.
Nah, it's inefficient, mate. You got to do all the real ones know you got to have the party of Platinum Numemons on the go, going bonkers. And then did you hold on as well? You played Next Order, didn't you? And you like Next Order.
Next Order's fine.
No, the grinding in Next Order is fucking 10 times as bad as the grinding in Digimon World 1, man.
You're
I'm
just
telling
wrong,
you.
mate. You're just wrong.
Bro, you have to do battles and watch it play out in real time
Alright,
to
but
get
in
like
terms
the
of, like,
same stat returns.
In terms of the Digimon's lifespan, you get far longer out of the Digimon for it, though, because you get what might be 3 days grinding in Digimon World 1 is 1 day's grinding in New Order for the same length of actual real world time. So your Digimon live longer.
If you can get an ultimate in Digimon World 1, right, it's even a champion, right, you get days and days out of the Digimon. Like, the amount of time you have to grind in Next Order to be, like, combat ready is an absolute joke. Everyone knows, mate, you're sitting fighting Were Garurumon in the church building, and you've fought 200 of them, and you're like, this is absolute detritus, brother. You know it to be true, come on.
Mate, I did it against the Seedramons on the boat, mate.
That's another one, but that's not even that late into the game when you're grinding against them, mate. It gets even worse than that.
Mate, I only started grinding in like the final few chapters of that game. I just persevered and learned strategy. And by strategy, I mean bought healing items.
Yes, sir. There is a wall you hit in it where you have to start grinding.
Aye, there is one. There was a few.
Stinking, mate. I like that game as well, but the grinding in it is absolutely horrendous, man. It is horrendous.
Aye, but I'm still of the mind that Digimon World 1's worse. I do not want to sit in the training area for 10 hours.
Oh dear, mate. Oh dear. Digimon World 1 support coming out when? We had BT11. When's it coming back? I want the dedicated Digimon deck to be good, people.
Mate, I've waited.
It
took 12 sets for me to get new Diaboromon support. You can wait more than 5, it's fine.
Please, Bandai, listen. But yeah, anyway, that's Digimon Liberators.
We like the Liberators. Also, something I was saying when we were reading it is, if they made this into like a game that is just the story of Liberators, but you just get to play the card game in between, fucking fantastic. Do that. Add it to the sim. Make the sim in that game.
There's so much they could do to tie into this. Like, I mean, the obvious thing is just make a freaking sim tie-in. Like, I said this before, but the fact that they were like, biggest announcement for the card game coming. New world, simulated battles. And everyone was like, the sim's coming, baby. And then they were like, psych, it's not actually a sim, it is a manga about a sim, get it right up you. And I was like, come on, bro, it's so sad. That is actually the most troll thing they could have done.
Mate, speaking of troll thing,
it's so obvious.
The fucking the world for Digimon Liberators is in the metaverse. Did they just forget that Facebook existed when they decided, we'll call it the metaverse?
I know, metaverse. I don't know, was it a word already before they started using it? Maybe?
I mean,
it just became an accepted term for like
Liberators is Japanese made, right?
Yes.
Then they probably just didn't care.
Fair enough. Respect. We respect them for it.
But anyway, that's Liberators.
Oh, do you not want to talk about any of the cards, mate? We're getting a whole EX set
with
Liberators cards.
I didn't actually realise that. So I thought the Liberators cards being revealed were from the starter decks. I didn't realise they were in the Liberators set.
No. So they dropped the starter decks. I'm not going to lie, it looks like a classic scenario of they've not got enough stuff yet. They're pure padding it out with garbage.
Complete garbage.
Aye, they're padding it out with garbage. So you're like, we need to wait for the wave 2 for these decks to be good. There's so many cards that are just fluff filler in these starter decks that kind of work, but, you know, it's basically like, oh yeah, so this is a bird deck, so we're going to put a bird in it. This bird goes crazy, and you're like, nah, hold on, actually, not at all.
Dogimon.
So, yeah, your defo's waiting until the EX set that they announced for the actual Liberators decks to be good. But they've printed EX7. It's got Liberators support in it. It looks pretty good, man. A lot of the stuff's interesting.
Yeah. You're basically baiting me into saying it.
I'm baiting you.
We got support for Hina's army. The gods have looked down upon me and smiled, giving me good support for a deck that should never have gotten a second wave, and it's crack.
It is really good. Like, each one of them is actually a good card so far, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, the level 4 is okay.
Wait, the level 4's not been revealed, brother?
The level 4 red has been revealed.
Or the red.
Oh wait, actually
one,
no, never
yes.
mind. This is still good because it's just
Yeah, now that's
oh yeah,
nuts,
that's
right?
also still nuts. My bad, my
Hinami?
bad.
Hinami?
Yeah.
Holy
Oh, grab Hina from
bonkers.
grave, play it immediately.
Another searcher that can search Hina. Holy bro, we're off to the races. And then the other thing is like, Bryce, what was the most critical weakness of Dragon Links back in the day?
Which one would you like to talk about? Which weakness?
The number one, what is the number one weakness?
Mate, I don't know because I never had a problem with piloting that deck.
Bro, you told me the weakness, bro. You said to me the weakness was if you don't find Hina, you lose the game.
Oh yeah, true. That was quite painful. It's like, oh, I didn't see Hina. I guess I'm hard dropping level 6s the rest of this game.
Yes, I'll pray it sticks. But surely to God, man, surely to God, they print another Hina out. The issue is like, what does it do? But
I
they
want
can't
to
just
agree with
duplicate
you,
their own play.
but Arata never got a reprint for Diaboromon, and it got 2 waves of support and didn't get a new tamer. So we might
See,
not
my
get a
thing
new
with
Hina.
that is the Hina is so critical to this deck that I'm like, they kind of need to. It would be like running Shine Grey with one Marcus.
I think they're just gonna. So they've got the new red level 3 as a searcher. Both of the old level 4s are searchers. I think they're just like prey on it, mate. Also, actually, I was gonna say
that as well.
I was gonna say trainings, but Hina's white, so that doesn't work.
Hina is white.
Also, try to run a
White,
training in that
pointy,
deck would be
laughing
fucking
face.
detritus. Oh, red training, uncover 2 black. Black training,
I know,
uncover 2
mate.
red.
I know, it's really tragic. Like, I think this is a genuinely a big weakness for decks now. Like, if you can't run training, you're crying. And I mean, honestly, you could just run memory boosts, and it's not anywhere near as bad.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna hit 1 in a top 4.
Yeah, and memory training is not like 1-for-1 stronger in every capacity than memory boost, right? It's literally searching half the cards.
Aye.
But the one memory is a big diff. But then again, if you can't use it to evolve into the next guy, then what use is it? 0. So why not just run your memory boosto of your choice?
I feel like you'll maybe need it because I've just realised the new level 6 metallic is a 5-cost evil.
Well, that makes a lot of sense, right? Because it's absolutely cracked.
Oh yeah, it's disgusting. I don't know what made them think this is okay, but it's on play when attacking Digivolve 4. So your on plays are when Digivolving because of Hina, so that's already crack. The fact it's when attacking as well is just like if they didn't out this, you just get to remove a stack.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. And then the actual when Digivolving is level 4s and lowers can't Digivolve. It's just so
nuts,
strong,
right?
and it's got protection.
It's even better.
Or it's not got
Even
protection, it's
better
got
than the other
recursion. It's somehow even better. But yeah.
And the other one was already like a really, really good card for that deck, right? Like,
Yeah,
I mean, Apocalypse was playing it because the on play is so broken.
Yeah, because it just says unsuspended Digimon can't Digivolve, and it was a massive blocker body. This one just says, nah, no Digivolve, don't care if you suspend or not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. And then it's got a little bit of comeback in it. It's got to be semi-protection. You can play a freaking guy, a smaller guy from
Its own
trash.
line. I think it's a smaller guy from its own line, at least. I don't think it's a smaller guy swapping lines.
So the
no,
red
no,
ones are
okay.
Rock Dragons, so
They're
you
not
can
all,
play them.
are they? It's weird because
Yeah.
in certain parts of the line it stops being Rock Dragon and Earth Dragon and...
I know, like, we're back to this never-ending chat about the traits. Like,
Aye.
do we really need to differentiate them between, like, Bird Dragon and Sky Dragon and Machine Dragon and Rock Dragon and, like, what? Can we not just put, like, one semi-specific thing for the whole line? I mean, literally, there's, like, the black and red line, I've got, like, 3 traits different in all of them.
I mean, if we read Hina, it lists every trait, which I think is like 5 different traits between the lines.
It's just nonsense in it.
It is
You don't
Rock,
need
Earth,
this.
Machine, and Sky, so it's 2 traits per line.
So, I mean, the red one got it right. The red one's just Earth and Rock.
Also, wait a minute. Does the new guy float into an Earth Dragon?
Yes.
The Earth Dragon's only the level 6.
No, he doesn't then.
No, wait, no,
Must
it
just be
says
Dragon.
Rock Dragon or Earth Dragon. The Earth Dragon's the
Does
level
it?
6, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god, bro. So they must float into each other then? Do you think that's the gimmick? Or do you think they're not going to give the protection?
I think they might be going for the gimmick of floating and not abusing multiple on plays.
They could, man. But it's interesting anyway, and it's had a major impact on, like, the market. So, like, interesting fact, if you guys don't know this, right, you probably do know him. Mario's Gaming World, right, is like the biggest like Digimon content creator in my head, apart from like Card Protagonist, but they put out like a video every 2 weeks. He's the
Yeah.
most normal, consistent content creator, and I do really enjoy his content, right? But I don't really watch. He does market watches where he basically just covers like this card has went up, this card is low. I would recommend like looking at this to maybe buy it because it'll probably go up in the future. I think this card will go down in the future. This is the kind of stuff he says, right? But people keep accusing him of like manipulating the market of the game, because he essentially comments on and says things to people that might make the market move, right?
Oh, okay.
Like in my time watching it, I think he's bang on with a lot of the things he says, right? Like he makes observations and suggestions to people, and in the past I've even like taken him up on some of them. Like I remember in BT9, Guilmon EX2 alt art was at like £9 or something like that, and he was like, "This is crazy low. Like why is this cheap? It's Guilmon. It's like a card that's going to be in Guilmon forever. Guilmon will get more support. It's like a favorite Digimon. Why is it like this low? It's crazy." And then I like bought like 4 of them, and then it went up, and I was like, well, he's bang on the money. But a very strange thing happened recently. So Mario basically just over a month ago, or it's actually for quite a while, right? He's been saying this, but in a recent video I watched over a month ago, he was like, Hina alt art is very cheap. He was like, this is a card that could be cracked down the line. Why is it so cheap? The art is sick, you know, it's got cool Digimon on it, etc.,
Yeah.
etc.
This is
And then,
great artwork.
yep, so that happened, and I don't. When he talks about things, I'm not sure it has as big an effect on the European market as it does on the American market, right? But basically, people started buying it. It kind of doubled in price from sub $10 up to about over $20, and people were like, Mario manipulates the market again, etc. I mean, to me, it's like, yes, he does have an effect on it, but is it malicious? I don't know. Probably not, in my opinion. But anyway, so this happened, and then maybe about a week after that happened, they released that they're printing Dragon Link's support, aka the Hina deck, and then Hina get bought out. And then Metallic is getting, like, there's movements on all the cards basically now, which is kind of insane.
On
Because he
Card
almost
Market's
predicted it.
on Card Market's front page, when it gives you your little trends and bestsellers thing, the 3 of them are the top 3. It's Volcanic, Metallic, and Hina.
It's nuts. Like, it's
Aye.
actually crazy. And then all, like, they were extremely cheap cards, and the Vol kind of went up in price big time. Not like the actual normal SR or rare versions, because that rarely ever happens. But the alt arts, you know, are like, you know, they're worth something. And
Yeah.
Bryce is chuffed because he's got the full deck alt arted since EX3.
Yes, sir. Still sad. The Hinas are actually over 22 now, which I think is about equal to what I paid at the time. So,
Man, there you go. Cash out now.
nah, we never betray it. Mate, Digimon's been loving me recently, giving me Diaboromon support, hitting me with this out of nowhere. They're like, keep him in, keep him in.
It's bonkers, man. It's bonkers.
It's a shame EX16 has nothing for me to play.
Well, it's weird, right? Because EX16, obviously, it's on the horizon, and or BT16 even, it's on the horizon. I feel like I have either heard people say that this is the greatest set they've ever printed, basically, or the best set in a long time, or they're like, this set is ass, bro. I don't want to play any of this garbage.
Yeah, I'm very much not an O2 guy. I never managed to watch it. I think Davis is it? Yeah, I think Davis is the most annoying pro tag I've seen.
I like him, man. I love dumb idiot anime protagonists.
Yeah, I feel like to be honest, he's probably just the same as Ty if I went back to watch it now. But at the time, I was like, I can't stand this guy.
Yeah, he is very much Ty 2.0. He's like slightly more cocky, slightly more loud and annoying, right? But I do like Davis a lot, and I do like O2. It's not, you know, it's not that high up, but the nostalgia's there for me, right? I'm just not really a Vmon guy, is my thing.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, right? See, when you look at this set, every single one of the O2 cast has been shafted apart from Vmon, really, right?
Yeah,
like
100%.
The Hawkmon, Gatomon stuff. So I'll caveat this, right? if you're running the DNA version of this deck, which is the clear intention for a lot of this support, it's no good. Things like the Patamon and the Angemon might be good in like Yellow Vaccine. Or they might be good in like the Angel deck that's coming out down the line. They could well be, but they are intended to be played in the DNA, the level 5, right? The corresponding level 5 deck. And every single one of them is garbage apart from the ones that are related to Vmon.
Yeah, it feels like that a lot of the time. Like all of the level 3s seem okay that I've read so far. They all do their specific thing for their specific trait. But other than that, it's like, well, the Aquilamon is complete garbage. And that line just sucks. Shout out to Phoenix Mon X Antibody still being one of the worst looking cards in the game. But
people hate that card, man. I'm not seeing it. I think it's fine.
I think the card is great. I think the artwork is awful. It's just it's disturbing.
It's the artwork I'm talking about, man. I think the artwork is alright.
I don't know.
It's alright. It's just a bit. I think one of the things that makes it weird is that the limbs all look flesh coloured. It looks like a humanoid body, and it's got a big, awkward, long neck, right? That Phoenixmon doesn't really have normally. So those things do make it a bit weird looking.
It looks like they fused Angelwoman and Phoenixmon into one Digimon.
Yeah, it's a little bit cursed, to be fair. It's a little bit cursed. But just as well the card is cracked. Hopefully this time Bird gets some top 16s.
I'm trying to figure out how this Angemon or if this Angemon can work, by the way, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, on Digivolve, unsuspend the guy is not bad. It's just, I don't know what you're unsuspending with it.
It
in
could
armor,
just be for the inheritable.
In armor, it could be. When swinging, trash the top. I guess, yeah, that's not bad for a blue source strip deck, and the unsuspend, I guess, could steal your game if you go swing jamming Vmon, Digivolve restand or something.
I think some of this Angemon stuff is going to be good when they drop that Angels deck. Was it EX7 or something like that? It'll be good in that.
It's the set after this
because they need more. They need more numbers for the Angel stuff. So it'll probably be interesting in that. You may or may not want to put things like the Magna Anja into your Yellow Vaccine deck, or you might just want to run fucking
if it's your turn.
8 aces.
The Magna Anja might not be terrible, because it
is pretty good, man.
I think it maybe pivots you more back to if you want to play a TK style of deck rather than relying on Hope. Hope's the wrong one. The one that does -5 counter stack, rather than relying on that. If you want to go back to more a TK Vaccine deck, this works quite well.
It's also kind of just nice that you can slam it for 6, right? And then potentially evolve and go into Seraphimon and yeet something.
Something, heal one. It's all
nice.
There's
potential, mate. There's potential. So, that's cool. But like I say, they've kind of just... It's really sad, right? Because what decks come out of this? Armors and Imperial are both back at full power. Tyrant Kabuterimon's nuts. And other than that, you've got D-Brigade support that'll probably no make it incredible compared to where it is now, but gives it a wee buff. You've got the Collision Dorogoramon stuff, which is kinda mid, I think, but could be alright.
It's probably mid.
Yeah, you've got Myotismon stuff that makes the deck feel really weird and janky and hard to build. You've got more Fenrilugamon stuff that'll probably make it still the deck that everyone thinks is tier 1.5 but it's tier 2 still. You've got what else is there even? Terriermon stuff that's really good, makes it an actual credible meta threat instead of being kinda decent.
I think I don't think the set's terrible. It gives that little bit of support to a good number of decks. I just think if you don't care about O2, you're not going to care about this set, really.
No, definitely not. And I do feel bad for the people who are for a fact there's people out there Hawkmon's my favourite Digimon, when we're getting the Hawkmon support, baby. And then it's nah bro, you're not getting any good Hawkmon support, get it right round you. And it's just tragic. But this is what happens, man. I always say this about Digimon, see the decks that were never decks to begin with, Hawkmon was never a good deck.
Yeah.
How much support does that need 8 sets later to be good? Like, one wave's not doing it. Are they really going to dedicate time and effort to putting Hawkmon support? I don't think so.
It's one of the ones where they'll probably just change the entire deck. If they ever bother making a Hawkmon deck, they'll go, alright, all of your old cards, they're useless. Let's give it a new vamp that works with the theme of the colour so you can throw the generic stuff in.
Aye. That's what they need to do, man, because right now you're just sitting looking at it going, nah, this is none of the cards. The cards are actually, like, a lot of them, both of the other DNA decks, like that and the Armadillomon, Patamon, Shikakumon stuff, they're actually, like, alright, but it's just not enough to push it over the edge. So yeah, I mean, we didn't really mean to talk about BT16, but we have done a wee run on it anyway, so...
We were going to talk a wee bit on what we were playing in it, but we've already covered that Cobb wants to try and cook with Etamon, and I'm fucking struggling
so
here.
You're yellow.
I'll be yellow vaccine. I'm always yellow vaccine.
Well, do you know it's actually kind of a thing? There's a yellow armors deck basically, and it is basically just Magnamon plus yellow base with Patamon.
Yeah, it could be interesting, but at that point, might even just build Armor Rush. I've still got all the old cards for it. Still got the entire deck.
Almost kind of weird now because I swear it's in a position where it's more like a mid-rangey control deck than it is a rush deck now.
True. Armor Rush probably
it's like Magnamon X Machine.
I was going to say, at this point, calling it Armor and not just calling it Magnamon.deck is also a bit maybe wrong.
Yeah, it's really sad to say, to be honest, but see, just because the way things have went and they just keep printing Magnamons that are good. And, I mean, you look at, like, the other armor options for Vmon now, they're all so old.
Yeah, we didn't get a single Flamemon or, what's the other one, Lydramon in this set.
Aye. I think it's just because they've focused it on the Magnamon stuff. They're like, well, there is, like, a Flamedramon promo coming, I think, and it's actually pretty good. But right now, like, it's sad to say because Flamedramon and Lydramon are really sick, but... Like, if you are running them, it's kind of just the objectively wrong choice, unless you're running it for some reason past their effects. Like, I need the extra colour or whatever. I don't know. Nah. But it's kind of, like, objectively wrong next set for sure.
Yeah, I found the promo. It's got raid, so it's kind of strange. Like I don't think it'd be worth.
Does it not gain you something or when you raid or something like that?
When you switch target, they take the top of their security to hand. The opponent.
Yeah, so... It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's weird though.
Out a little get. I mean, it could really just say like piercing, and have jamming or something, right? It's basically like a jabbing piercing check at that point.
I don't know. I think the check's better because it stops triggers.
Stops them. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
it's like a slight upside on it. Guess it does stop you from blocking it as well, right? Like he basically reads. It's almost like can't be blocked.
I don't know. I actually think
he just gets the check anyway.
I think you could make this work.
In security anyway.
I think you could go
it's worth considering.
Flamedramon, swing with it. It's always going to purge if you're raiding, so you just then go into Magnamon and restand on the Digivolve. That could be. It's an interesting card.
Something.
Right. Anyway, moving on from 16, because we're getting on a sidetrack of something we never meant to talk about.
This is true.
Yep. We did our tier list last episode. That was filmed about a month ago from when we're doing this.
I think longer than that, mate. I think we're closer to 2 months now.
It's not.
It was actually it was literally about a month. You're right.
It's a month and a bit. By the time this comes out, it'll be like a month and a half.
Aye.
So
what we were like under a month into the meta when we made that, and now we're basically like at the end of the meta.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a wee look at the meta, see what we got right, see how things turned out.
Yes. So there has been like some pretty significant switches in the meta. Like this seems to always happen though, right? Like we had an actual original meta this set because it was just Oops All Purple in Japan, and because we got the ban list or 2 ban lists actually before that happened, we have had some delightful changes to things. So Leviamon kind of popped out of nowhere. Speaking of Oops All Purple, and at the start, like that and Numemon were just kind of dominating everything.
Mm-hmm.
And now things have shifted a wee bit more, and in the last couple of weeks, there's been big developments, really. Levia's kind of fell off the face of the earth. Like, there's been a good handful of regionals where Levia's not even been in the top 16. There was a LATAM online regionals where it got a handful of top 16s at, but other than that, there's been quite a few tournaments where it's just not done anything, which is crazy to think about considering it was the terror at the start of the format.
Yeah. And then taking its place in the format seems to have been Mirage just shoving his way back up there. He's like, nah, we're still meta, or the hits don't matter.
Definitely, and I mean it makes perfect sense. Like when we were talking about this last set, I don't know why we didn't think about it, because Mirage ended its run in BT14, right, as like the strongest OTK deck in the meta. So you have that. It's got some good control measures, like the BT11 floodgate that basically stops you doing anything to draw a card. And it's just very fast, consistent. But the other thing about it is, other than the fact that it's an OTK griddy machine, it also has a full line that bounces the level below it, right? Like the 4 bounces a 3, the 5 bounces a 4, the 6 bounces a 5, the 7 bounces anything.
Yeah.
So you can kind of just go up the line and play off the board and whip everything back to hand. And one of the things about Numemon that's really good is obviously it's on deletions, right? So it plays around that. And then the other thing about Numemon as well is, not only is it very fast, it can actually be very defensive and controlling as well, because it tends to put blocker inheritable onto a lot of its Digimon. And they are kind of low DP, and a lot of the time they say on deletion float into basically 2 memory, or more memory if it's a platinum can float into freaking 4 memory. So it's kind of nuts for that. It's coming at you fast, and then it sets up like blockers that say if you out me then your turn is over. So Mirage just plays around that really well, and Mirage is super fast, super consistent and gritty. So it's something we kind of didn't see in the last episode.
Yeah.
We didn't shit on Mirage or anything, right? We put it like pretty high in tier 2.
Yeah, I think it was one of the highest in tier 2 when we did it. I'm not sure. I don't even remember, because at the end of it, I'm not sure if you remember this bit, Cobb, but I put up a tier list that we each did, because we could not all decide in the end. I think Mirage was pretty high on all of them still, and especially like considering the other matchups that have made their way to the top, like Devas and Red Hybrid's still up there. Devas it really messes with, because it's just outpacing it. And Red Hybrid it can keep pace with, and then obviously it probably contributes to the fall off of Levia, because you just don't play anything. You just do one stack and then you hit them really hard. And Levia, you bounce the Levia if they've got one out already, and it's pretty bad for them.
Yeah, that's it, man. Because the other thing about Levia, right, is so stack decks can do really well in it, potentially, because you don't need to play on the board, right? And they can't force you to play something out from your trash if it's not there. So if you don't play anything that's a 4 and below onto your board for them to out and then force you to play, then they can't do their big swing turn. One thing I'm surprised about, though, is how does Mirage check security into Levia when it's running like anywhere from, you know, I think on average it's got like 5 option cards or something, max 7, minimum like 3.
I mean,
so I don't know, I thought it was pretty heavy in security cards.
I can't remember, but does Biting Crush trigger off stack, or does it just put itself down for the delay?
Biting Crush does trigger off stack, but one issue, actually, it's staring me right in the face. So I've actually spoke to a friend of the Pod UXO about this the other day, and essentially Levia options can't hit a level 7. So as long as they don't greed for the swings on the level 5 and have it die, then there's nothing that can stop it in security when it gets to boss mode.
And nice. Then also you've got the fucking... If they manage to get their Levia and stuff out, you've got the Zod Ace to just go, nah bro, it's gone.
Yeah, bounce it, he's gone, back to hand with you.
So, probably one of the heavier contributors to the fall off of Leviamon.
Definitely,
yep.
And I will be thinking long and hard about putting King Etamon to 3 instead of 2 for this reason. King Etamon for 3, baby. Can't be bounced, get destroyed.
Nice. Something else that's a bit of a shocker for me is we've been seeing a lot more yellow vaccine pop up. So I'm just looking at Eggman events here, and the past 5 events that happened, of them, 3 of them have had vaccine, and then 2 of them have had set control. So Yellow kind of having a bit of a
we,
resurgence.
we know Setcon's
Yeah, we know
frickin'
Setcon's
here to
great.
stay,
It's just always going
which
to be
is
good.
tragic.
Nah,
It,
it's
it
fine.
will always be good unless the number one deck counters it or something, right? It's just a bit evil.
Yeah.
Very evil. But also, Bryce, what happened with Yellow Vaccine?
Oh, so it managed to not only top but win an event
Holy.
without any Venusmons whatsoever. It was running a really interesting Metamamon focused build that basically you use your Metamamon and they've got Bushy Agumon in the stack as well as running the Revelation. So you can go Metamamon, bring out your level 4s. They're running the fucking Rapidmon from the starter deck as well. And then you Revelation of Light, bring out a Bushy Agumon and punch them in the face with knowing they have the threat of a 5k hitting them next turn. So
yes,
it's a really interesting build. I'm kind of happy to see that Venusmon's finally not mandatory. The other
yeah, I was just going to say that, mate.
The other builds are running it. There's a really interesting Rapidmon focused build here as well that's running 4 of each Rapid. But
yeah, I did say this to you, right?
Yeah.
Like you could just run, because I mean, that BT8 Rapidmon was almost a long term yellow.
it was
card,
run last
right?
set before
Yeah,
Gatomon
and the
came
new
out.
one's like really interesting. It's just like a giant blocker on turn 2.
And then
And it's even better than that. It's DP minus, right?
and it's also giving you access to Mega Gargo Ace, which this list was running, which is fucking insane because this card is
That's bold.
this card is the best ace in the game that's come out so far.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely it is.
and then yellow already has some of the best aces as well.
A yellow's nuts, man.
Yeah.
I mean, my only worry with that would be like, does it hurt your consistency because you can't evolve into it on the level 5s? But I mean, it could. Is it just a list that I can't see it obviously? But is it more focused on just yet level 4s and threatening aces and stuff like that?
So it's got a basic Kudamon, Patamon, Pillowmon base, and then it's only running 1 Angemon and 1 Gatomon. Then it's 4 Rapids, 6 level 5 aces, and 1 Sanzomon. 3 Venus, 2 Seraphi, and then 2 Gargomon ace, and then it's just running 6 TKs, 4 of the new, 2 of the old, an emissary.
Cool.
So it's entirely based around use these rapids, stay on them, go into your level 5s, and then go into Venus. If you get the chance to Gargo Ace, go for it, but it's only a 2 of, it's not a major focus.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, yellow's a good control deck.
Yeah.
And do you think it's just because people have finally caught on that Revelation of Light is nonsense?
I mean, Revelation's not in here, is the thing.
It's not in the armor one.
It's not in this
First place
rapid
guy
one.
was running it
The
at
first
4.
place guy ran it at 4. Revelation, no, it's at 3 at the end. Oh wait, no, I clicked on the wrong deck. My apologies, that's one of the Setcon. He's running it at 4. Something I've noticed with all of them, actually that's a lie, he's not, he is running training, but the one that won training, that's it. I have not checked the egg.
I guess
it's going to be the
argument.
draw eggs. Yeah, it's all draw
I guess
eggs.
the argument is you've got TK for that, you've got Patamon for that. You know, you get to Gatomon, you gain so much memory anyway. Oh, I'm going to ace on his turn, hopefully, and I don't need to pay for that.
I think that's the
I
idea.
could see the argument, and he's probably thought, what can I cut to fit 4 Revelation of Light into this deck?
I'm not going to lie, from the looks of this one, it's use Patamon, go into a level 4, sit to wait an ace, or hard play my aces, evolve into Metamamon. It does not look like he's caring about evolving to get use out of that training boost.
No.
Which
I don't think so.
Which
He's
feels
not
very
paying
yellow.
for memory. He's not paying memory to freaking evolve anyway, so he doesn't care for it.
He's also got
He's
his
got consistency anyway.
one of Death X, one of Rune Mode, you know, the classic trait. You're playing
yellow moment. Absolute yellow moment.
Yellow, purple moment. But yeah.
Aye, but it's cool, and I thought the exact same thing as you, Bryce. So I was like, finally the crutch that is Venusmon can leave the place, right? Do you not remember I said to you when I was playing Numamon, and I was like, mate, I've taken Venusmon out. And you were like, why have you done that? It's nuts. And I said, it's pay 4, wait a turn, and then next turn he kills me.
I mean, I still disagree, and as far as I'm aware, the other yellow vaccine decks are all running it. But
they didn't win, mate.
Yeah,
they didn't win. This guy,
he's
done
fine. He didn't win.
I
still
card.
think it's crack. It's still
I
so
think
good.
it is nuts, but I don't know. Does it? I don't think it feels that good in Numamon to me. But clearly it is because people are doing well with it, but I didn't like it. And then the other thing that's came up, by the way, right? I don't know the name of the people that did this, but essentially a team of 3 or 4 people said, who was it? Was it Dan Vang? I think Dan Vang was one of them, actually, right? So, prolific Digimon player in America, Dan Vang.
Never heard of him, but continue.
Right, yeah. So he was like, watch Zwart defeat. Oh no, it was Chimeramon. He was like, Chimeramon Zwart defeat, right? Stand by, because these guys are going to go crazy in a minute. And him and what I can only assume was a team of other players that he knew rocked up to a regionals, and 3 of them got like top 16. I think it was actually 3 of them got over 10th place, right? Like top 10. With a Numemon list that was running Chimeramon and 3 or more Zwart defeat.
That is fucking crazy. I can kind of get the Chimeramon tech. That sounds interesting because you just shit level 4s on the board when like your big guy dies.
It was also running purple bottom end as well.
Mate, this guy's on some fucking mad strats.
This is the tech, right? Obviously, the Chimeramon does make sense because you put guys on the board and you can DNA them into Chimeramon. The other thing is you can evolve into it and you can slip under Numemon X with the when Digivolving effect. So that's nuts. But then the other thing is, Platinum Numemon to evolve into costs 1 memory. So you could pay for Zwart defeat, and then what happens at that point is if Levia comes out, eats your biggest, eats your smallest. What does your biggest do, Bryce?
Eats Leviamon.
He does. So he goes, Nom, delete yourself.
Yeah,
and you're like, brilliant. So it was anti-Leviamon tech, basically, the Zwart defeat. And then, of course, also has the extra benefit where it's like, if this comes off the stack, it's nuts. So, yeah, interesting tech. Numemon, if anything, is a deck, even though it's like the number 1 deck, right? It has so much space to work with. Like you can take out as much of the top end as you like and play around with it. So a lot of there was actually a really interesting video Digipanda put out, and he went and looked at all the Numemon lists that had topped, and he wanted to see basically what cards they were all running. Found out that 55% of the deck stays the same every time. Basically 45% it changes every list.
45%, that's a massive difference as well. That's like a Yu-Gi-Oh deck difference of, you've just got a 50% engine, everything else is hand traps.
Literally. It's like engine plus what you like. But there is a lot of space to work with in it. So it's interesting, man. It really is interesting.
Mate,
only time will tell if it sticks around. A lot of people are saying that Ukomon might get hit.
I don't know, because they've made 2 of them, so if they're hit, they'd still probably only hit 1 Ukomon, right?
Yeah, so it's actually weird as well, because from what I've heard in the Japanese meta, the new Ukomon that's coming out is actually better than the old one, because the new Ukomon is being ran in a whole lot of decks, because it's like the best turn 1 in the game is evolving to this new Ukomon.
Is it actually that strong?
Well, so turn 1, think of this, right? Turn 1, pay 1 memory. Okay, they're on 1. Next turn, what do? Evolve into a 4 or play a training, or maybe they give you even more than 1 memory, right? But if the most common thing that somebody's going to do turn 1 in Digimon, right, is pay 2 memory. So if you pay 1 memory, you go to Ukomon, your next turn becomes raise Ukomon, search top 3, right? You get a Digimon or a Tamer, so that fixes your curve a bit. Then you hatch.
Yep.
Then you go into your rookie, and then you pay 2 again. So back to them on 1 memory. They then have 1 memory to go, I have to answer this Ukomon now, or he's going to get Omega value if he raises next turn. Or, regardless, they've only got 1 memory to play with, and Ukomon's got his value, right?
Yeah, it seems pretty stonking. And then if they try and play around it by giving you excess memory, you just go off. You go up your line, or you play all your searching. You do what your deck needs.
If you pay any more than 2 memory to out it, then they out your Digimon next turn, then you win.
Mate,
so it's kind of a lot of pressure for the wee guy.
It reminds me of the fucking old days where people were like, you should run Digimon that evolve for 1 at level 3 to starve your opponent, but this time they've made it good.
Yeah, so now it's like it's the same thing with Tumon, right? And Etamon. I don't think the Tumons actually deserve to be one memory, but I mean basically just because the archetype is a bit underpowered, but they are like really good cards. So that actually now the one cost is worth it. It's not just like, oh, he's got like what 4 or 5k DP.
Mm-hmm. It's
So yeah, it's worth it. It's good.
Yeah. Speaking of variety in decks, I think we're starting to see a bit more, because like you were talking about variety in the Numemon list, and every single one of these vaccine lists, because I've been trying to see if they're all running Venus, and so far I've been like yes, everything except the guy who won. So clearly they should take a leaf and stop running it. But
Yeah.
they're all different. They're all like completely different deck ideas. One is Marcus based, one is TK Angemon based, one is based around Revelation. Then you've got the one that's based around Rapidmon. And I think the non-tribal decks, like obviously Mirage is stuck running everything it runs, Devas is stuck running everything it runs, but I think we're starting to see a bit more of an engine change just between decks in general, and just having more room to wiggle.
Right?
And I quite like that. It's nice to see.
The thing as well, though, right, is literally, I want to say Patamon lets you do, and that TK lets you do what you like. It just becomes yellow pile, right? Yellow good stuff.
Yeah.
And yellow vaccine is like the premier toolbox deck, I would say.
Yellow vaccine is definitely just toolbox because everything has the same trait. But like
yellow good stuff. It's 1/3 of the Digimon cards in the game you can run in it, right? That are yellow, I guess.
Rosemon's also topped an event here. I don't remember. Let's see, what event was this? This was the Toulouse event.
Yes.
But
so that deserves tier 2.
Yeah, it did deserve tier 2. We were correct.
Again, well, we said tier 3, did we not? I can't remember. I said tier 3.
I think we tried to say tier 2, and then Adam was like, "Oh no, it's just worse Bloomlord. You need to put it below Bloomlord." But I don't see a Bloomlord top in these lists, Adam.
There's a lot. Adam actually put it in 2, so I'll take that back.
Oh, okay,
fair.
But
he was also Mr. Bloomlord Copium. He wanted that in 1.5, remember?
Did he? Oh no, yeah, he fucking did, didn't he? Oh, but
and we were like, "Listen, mate, Levia's too good. How can it be good?"
But the point I was trying to make anyway is the stuff this is running is completely different. Other than your Sunflowmon and your other than like your level 3s and your Sunflowmon, it is running the actual Lilamon support and the Rosemon support. Your high end is becoming much more flexible in green. And then I think I'm hoping Yellow's got this tool package. Yellow's got this tool package. Green's got this tool package. Numemon has somehow turned himself into a tool package. It'd be nice to see the other colours become this more flexible. This is your deck idea. Run whatever you want around it, and I quite like that.
You're forgetting one as well, mate. Etamon's became flexible as well because he only needs Sukamon and Etamon in the deck.
No. This is not okay.
Oh god. But Rosemon is like a really cool deck, man. There was somebody at Locals was playing it.
And yonks ago. I don't remember it recently.
Brendan?
Brendan used to play it. He played it on release. It was playing it.
Brendan was playing it before when it got bus mode and stuff like that. And I was sitting there, my whole board and all my tamers getting suspended, and then I was just getting choked every turn, and I was like, this is nonsense. And I mean, a lot of the new cards are actually like look really powerful. The other thing about like you were talking about with Bloomlord is they've had so much support that it's almost at a point now where you're like, fuck, what do I play? It's all good.
Yeah, it's so good, but I'm kind of in the mood of if you can play these colours and just vary your own end and use that to make your way up, because I don't see any other green-based decks here other than Rapid, which is fairly just run all your Rapid cards. So if you can work around it, I'm all for it. I want to see more of this. This is the basic deck idea that they all run, and half of my deck is different from the next list, which is different from the next list.
Aye. I love themed decks, right? Like that's the reason I like tribal stuff, but it obviously does have these downsides that we've spoke about.
Mm-hmm.
It is more fun in a deck building idea to be like, right, well, I've got options here to play with instead of going, Right, when was it? What Etamon cards have they printed? What Etamon cards have they printed? And then you're like looking at EX1 Etamon going, maybe he makes a cut, he gains me a memory.
Mate, run Patamon in your Etamon. He just goes
Can't
into...
make the virus.
Oh, shit. My bad. I was just nah, I'm like, make them vaccine,
The
you'll be
virus,
fine.
bro, sorry.
But
what if I remove Sukamon from the deck?
Yes, just remove Sukamon. Easy.
Very winnable.
Just remove Sukamon, and while you're at it, remove Etamon.
And then I put in Seraphimon and Venusmon, yes.
Yes. Right.
I could float, you could go Sukamon, and he could threaten Blast Evo into one of the yellow aces, and then I evolve him into Venusmon, free win.
Free win indeed. Right, there's one last deck I want to talk about that's topped an event. I don't know what event it was. This was it's a recent raid and trade online event. And it's just one that I think me and you wanted to put it in locals viable, and it ended up in shit tier in the actual one.
Yes.
It is.
I thought...
Or, sorry, on you go.
I was just going to say, yeah, like, I thought this deck I was like, it can do some cool stuff, man. It's interesting. Like, we were too harsh with the bin tier, I swear to God.
We might have been a bit harsh.
My Otismon isn't in the bin either.
Hey, no. That's in the bin. You stop that.
I went 3-1 at locals. How is it the bin?
I went 3-1 at locals, bro.
Nah, the bin to me is like, it's so bad it's not even worth considering.
Exactly.
Right? Like, it can't do anything. It's garbage.
Nah, but one of the ones we ended up in our poor bin, Jellymon. This deck has managed to come, what place was it? 10th at this raid and trade event. Somehow. And it's almost, like, it's not as if it's, we're just running one Jellymon and all of the new Source Strip stuff. It is almost entirely Jellymon cards in this deck. It's nuts. I have no idea what this deck does, but kudos to you.
So it's like, it has effects, Bryce. I think you actually gave me the Jellymon egg to talk about one week. Was it the egg or the 4 or something? But it's like, so it wants to get Jellymon into the bin, and it gives your Digimon deletion protection by returning Jellymon related cards to the deck, right? That's what the new Amphimon does.
Yes.
Or the RB1 Amphimon does. And it swings and removes sources and stuff like that. It's kind of like a bit of a mishmash of various blue mechanics.
It seems this build they've gone for is Source Strip. They're running Sorais, they're running Zudomons, and then they've got the Tech Omnimon for game. I'm in awe that this managed to top an event. Like, congratulations.
It's a really weird deck.
It is very strange.
Like I say though, it's not. It's when I was fighting it, because I've played against it once. Jordan was playing it, and I was like, this is not ass. Like, this is vaguely threatening me right now. I can't remember what I was playing at the time. It might even have been Etamon, right? But as we know, Etamon the best to ever do it. So
yeah. So just goes to show we can be very wrong sometimes. Callum was not as wrong. He believed, but
it's only because I'd played against it. I'd have probably chucked it in the bin and went, nobody's ever played this deck. It has to be garbage. But I think some of these things is what made me want to play Etamon, because I'm like, listen, if this shit's winning, like, I can get something with Etamon, surely.
Don't let your dreams be dream. You can top with whatever deck you want. This is about to become a motivational podcast.
I've always said it, guys. If you love the Digimon, you can make it work, right? That's my adage in this game. Take whatever you think is good and you like.
I regret not going to an event with Hina's army. I think I could have made that work.
You could have, and then everybody would have bought it out.
Yeah, and now now it's going to be
they
fucking.
Buy it out again.
I was going to say everybody's buying it out now, and it's they're like, oh, this is potentially the meta of that set. I think that might be that's probably cool. I doubt it's going to be the best deck of a format.
I am never hopeful after one deck gets one wave of support that it is good after being complete bin water.
It was not bin water. You stop that.
No, it's bin water the now.
Yeah, now it's bin water. But like,
it's been so long since it was even vaguely playable, and when it was vaguely playable, it wasn't that good. And now it's getting support. I'm like,
every card,
you're gonna need a lot.
Every card revealed for this deck has to be playable at minimum, or playable or better, basically. If any of the new support isn't, and so far it is.
Every card has been fucking close to like as good as you could possibly hope for, right?
Yeah. The level 3s are
cheater,
searchers and
searcher.
memories. It's all nice.
Good boosts to DP. Like 2k opponent's turn is a nuts inheritable to give to a rookie. Like Machine Dramon is ready to nick that.
That's just always what it had. Like the old Jazza had the same effect.
That was 1k all turns, brother.
Was the EX4
that was
one?
If you have a if you I can tell you, well, the EX3 one I can tell you right now because I ran it in Machine Dramon. It was all turns. If you have a on play effect, gain 1k.
Right, let's see how well Cobb's memory is. Yes, right.
Let's go. And then the when you play a Hina, gain a memory that never came up for me.
I know the fact they made it like that, like play Hina with your level 3s on board is just sad. But the new one is if you have Hina on board, gain a memory. It's crack.
Holy.
But
it is bonkers.
I just remembered. Adam is not here, but he did say, because he is playing Lord Nightmon next set. He's coping on the new Selfimon cards, I want to say.
Yeah, he's coping on Valkyrie Monies, which is a very, very good card. But does it make Lord Nightmon good? I do not know. I
Probably
cannot answer
not.
you that. I mean, what's the promo Nightmon do, right? That's out.
Let's see. So, I mean, we'll go over Valkyriemon for Adam's sake. The Valkyriemon is a Blast Evolve level 6 that you can cheat out with Lord Nightmon because it's a 7 cost. On play, give all of your opponents -5 for the turn. So it is an on play.
And you can play it with Lord Knight.
It is an on play Shine that you can play with Lord Knight. It's also when Digivolving. But it's till the end of the turn, it's not Shine where it's till your turn. And when a card is removed from a security stack, delete an 8k, and then if you didn't gain security attack, it's okay. I don't know if it's enough on its own to make Lord Knight playable. Maybe training boost goes
definitely
to the moon.
not.
It's definitely
but
not.
It's cool.
It's interesting.
I mean, the Nightmon promo's nuts, right? Because you can also play the Nightmon. Am I wrong in saying Valkyriemon plays a Digimon as well?
Valkyriemon does not play a Digimon.
Okay, Rip Bozo.
Maybe the one underneath it that does.
Nightmon has inheritable when another Digimon attacks. You can play a yellow or black level 3.
That's not bad. I don't know.
And then on play when it does cost 4 though, but
Yeah.
on play neg something is basically 3k Starmons.
I just think the deck's probably just got the same issue of being slow as balls.
Like, it could do something, right?
Yeah.
Is he a vaccine?
Lord Nightmon is a virus.
I think he's a virus.
He is a virus
because he's evil.
And then
He's
the
very evil.
rest of his the Nightmon itself is data, and I'd hedge a bet that the rest of his line is also data.
Quite likely.
So
interesting.
There you go. That's what Adam is on next set. Just give that a wee touch on.
My backup's still Terriermon, by the way. If I can't make this Etamon dream work, then I'm going back to Rabbit.
You're going back to Rabbit? I think you can make Etamon work, mate, but I think you need to play it for like six locals and just figure it out.
It's fucking like Magnamon gives me the fear, man.
Magnamon? I guess that would give you a bit
big
of fear.
12k guy. Also, Tyrant has got the same issue as Magnamon when he's not affected by effects. I'm like, what do I do? Got to run like Heaven's Judgment to out Tyrant.
Yeah, this is such a like weird Cabaterimon card because I feel like all the Cabaterimon megas are just eternally mid, and then this comes out and is just fucking insane.
You're like, what the fuck?
What the hell is this?
What the fucking Gran Kawaga Ace is nuts as well. It's bonkers. Bonkers, mate.
Might see a return to the insect deck. Ignore that the insect deck was just Gran Kawaga deck, but
it's broken next set, mate.
Might see it actually exist.
Top 5 decks next set. You heard it here first. Right. What are we on to next, Bryce? So we've just talked about the meta and the next set. Bro, there's no way we'll guess that card at 1 hour 15, right?
I don't know, man. Maybe we've not got Adam here to fill airtime.
Listen, we actually want to hit the 2 hour mark roughly, right? Or be just under 2 hours.
I think an hour and a half.
I say we do a couple of rounds yet.
Just a couple rounds?
So. A couple of rounds yet. A nice wee quick one.
Okay.
You know,
are we implementing,
it's not the usual slobber knocker.
Are we implementing our new times rule? Or time rules?
Time rule. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we can do that. So what are we saying for it then? What are the time rules?
So, right,
we may as well explain the whole thing in case there's any first time listeners, right?
So what we do at the end of almost every podcast, we missed it out at the end of the tier list because it just ran on very long, is we play Guess That Digimon card. And the basic idea is, Cobb or I will find a card and try and get someone to guess it. There are 3 levels of guesses: easy, which is Digimon only, or Tamers only, sorry; medium, which is Digimon and Tamers; and then hard, which is Digimon, Tamers, and events. You get 5 points for a hard guess, 4 for a medium, and 3 for an easy. But after your first guess, every failed guess loses you a point, and you can ask questions about the card, but you'll give up a point for every question asked. What we're going to also implement this time is a 5-minute time limit. If Cobb, are you okay with that? Yeah, 5 minutes. Is that too short for you?
Yeah, that seems like plenty time.
Seems like plenty time to me. So what we're going to do is now, if you don't answer in 5 minutes, you miss it. Yep. And
it's like a final answer. Lock in the final answer.
Yeah, what we'll do is after the 5 minutes, we'll be like, give me an answer now. And then if they can't, then they don't get it. What we're also going to do is, because Adam's not here, we're just going to have a little scoreboard between the two of us, I guess, just for this one night since we're doing a few rounds. And then when Adam comes back next episode, we'll go back to the usual scoreboard. Yes. Fandabidozi. Right, Cobb, please tell me you have a card ready, because I have not.
Yeah, I've got one for you, mate.
Right. Do we want to do, just since there's only 2 of us, do we want to do an easy question each, a medium question each, and a hard question each?
So easy's just Digimon, right?
Or I think easy's just Tamers. I think easy being Digimon is smarter than Tamers, but
to be honest with you, like, it doesn't really matter that much, because I don't think we're going to count the points since Adam's not here and we don't want to run away with it.
Yeah. I know. But anyway, so
shall we just select 3 cards each and we'll try and put a bit of variety into them?
Aye, let's have some fun with it. And
okay,
let's not
one locked in for you, mate.
Let's not be too evil. Maybe like 1 evil card each at most.
Okay,
right.
I think I've got the evil one locked up now.
Right, let's go with it then. Yeah.
Okay, so right here we've got on play, on deletion, trash the top 2 Digivolution cards of all your opponent's Digimon, then return one of your opponent's Digimon without any Digivolution cards to the bottom of the deck.
Right, so immediately, that's a level 6 blue card. Because there's no way anything lower than level 6 gets trashed to and bottom deck something.
But it's no Digivolution cards, right? That's a big ass.
Oh wait, sorry. Could you say it again?
Trash top 2 evolution cards of all your opponent's Digimon, then return one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards to the bottom of the deck.
I mean, it's definitely a blue 6, because it's trashing 2 of everything and bottom decking something. Oh yeah, what difficult are we saying this one was? Oh well, we don't care. It's fine.
Man, it was a Digimon.
It's just so I know how many lifelines I can comfortably ask. Also,
alright, okay, well, let's just say that I would honestly say this is a hard, to be honest with you. Mate.
Right, okay. I'm gonna start. I've got a timer running.
Yes.
Let's go with the bog standard. What set is it from?
BT15.
BT15. This set.
Yep.
This Plesiomon X. That's my first guess.
Incorrect.
Okay, worth a try. I do not know what the other megas are in this set.
This is an evil one, bro.
Oh, this is evil. Mate, there's
context I'd like to give you at some point, but not right now.
Right, maybe when I'm halfway through my time I'll ask for some context. Okay, so what is in this set? God, what is in this set? Is it not meant to be Gabumon cards?
There are Gabumon cards in BT15.
There's Gabumon, and then there's other fish cards. What's the other mega? Because there's the normal mega, and then there's an X mega this set. It's not just Plesiomon, I don't think. What is the...
You're going along the right tracks here, I think.
Aye. It is a fish.
For getting some info.
Part of me wants to ask if, like... Or part of me's thinking it might be Vikemon, but... That just... Given that we're getting him as his ace in 16, that doesn't feel right.
Nah, that seems like a suspect.
That seems suspect. What other fish are there in this game? Because I feel like they always reprint the same fish level 6s. There's only so many they can go through.
Well, what were the big cards printed in BT15?
I do not remember in the slightest.
That might help you, it might not.
So I know
But
that
you should get 2 minutes 50.
I'm at 2 minutes 50. Oh god. Right. Gonna ask another. Oh no, I don't know what hint to ask is the problem.
Well, you basically know everything, right?
Exactly.
You're like, it's a blue level 6
It's a blue level 6 that
in BT15.
that has to be from BT15. Can I ask what this would normally digivolve from?
A generic level 5 fish.
That's fucking evil.
This Digimon has no confirmed line in the Digimon series, really.
Rip. You know what? I'm just gonna say, is it normal Plesiomon?
No.
Okay, so that's
Plesio was BT something else.
right. How long have I got?
2 minutes
2 minutes.
on the dot.
Right. What are the other fish megas? Is it fucking? I'm thinking maybe Regulus, however you say it. Regulus.
Adam ran at Eden.
I don't remember if he ran it or what he ran at Eden.
He did, sorry. He was running.
You know what? I think this is probably my last guess, because if this is wrong, I just don't know what other fish level 6 there are. We'll go Regulusmon.
That's a good guess. He does Soul Strip. He is a fish level 6. He does not have a confirmed line, but he was not in BT15, Bryce. So
Right.
that's an incorrect guess.
I think if we did this by the points, I'm already at 0. So
Roughly, yeah.
and I don't know what other fish there are, so I'm gonna have to pass on this one. I'll need to find out from you.
Bryce, you were looking at Pukumon. Pukumon
Oh my
was a
God.
serious threat at pre-release, mate. Serious threat.
Mate, I was right. It is the same fish level 6 that they've reprinted, I think, twice before now as generic crap pack filler.
I could not tell you one other Pokemon.
I think he's in BT 5 or 6.
BT6.
Yeah.
But Digibus support cannot be blocked for the turn. Holy.
I remember the artwork on the other one.
Goes hard.
I-
He's doing like the aura.
Yeah, I actually thought he had 4 arms. The BT15 one that proves me wrong. I just assumed he had 4 arms because of this artwork.
I
Yeah.
can see it. He also doesn't look like a Mega.
Yeah, he doesn't. He looks like a Mamimon.
He does. He's ball. He should be ball support.
Yes, he should be ball support. Right, I'm going to quickly find you a card.
Okay, I will queue up another card for you
Yep.
while I'm looking. Let's just. I'm at the point now. I'm just kind of hitting random sets. I tell you what, I'll give you something easier. Because that was a bit sussy backer.
Was indeed a bit sucksy backer. Right, I'm going to give...
Okay.
I think this might be a bit of a revenge one, but I've got one for you ready, okay?
Okay, mate. Fire
Actually,
away.
no, never mind. Sorry, that's actually way too obvious.
Too
It
much.
says...
Remember the blank
wait, no, yeah,
ruling,
okay,
right?
okay,
If it
yeah.
names it, say blank.
Right, so when I'm going to get ready with your timer. When
Yep.
attacking, you may play one Digimon with blank in its name from this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the memory cost. Go.
Play one Digimon with blank in its name.
Yes.
Okay. When attacking.
When attacking, play one with blank in its name from this Digimon's sources.
It's got to be fish support, man. You've hit me with the fucking return to fish.
Return to fish.
You must be. So you know for a fact it's blue, right, already.
Mhm.
So, I'm trying to think what fucking fish does the when attacking pish to play it. So with blank in its name, so it's not even when blank in its name or fish or something like that. It's just one word.
It is play one Digimon with blank in its name. That's all I can say.
So I've just thought of something, by the way. This isn't me locking in, but I'm like, is this Piranhamon? Is that what this is?
Is that your guess?
Bryce, no, I'm fucking trying to think. But I'm like, this could genuinely be it.
Okay. That's
Okay, I'm
interesting.
locking in fucking Metal Piranhamon, the level 6 Piranhamon.
Oh my god, and he gets it first guess.
Do you know why I know this? Do you know why I
you
know
looked
this?
at it to play in the fucking fish play deck when you were looking up
No.
Fat Guy, right? Shogun Gecko.
No, because I went to BT fucking, what was it? It was a really early one, right?
This was
I went to the
BT9.
pre-release for this.
Mate, this
Yeah,
wasn't
I
that
went to
early.
the pre-release for this, and I was memeing that it's fucking cracked. I think, oh no, actually, was that pre-release? I think Emma made a joke about it one time.
I was gonna say, I
So
think
Emma was just like, holy shit.
because I remember the Piranimon, and I was like, ah yeah, random 6 drop with Rush, good card, random card. Yeah, you got that in like
garbage,
a minute and a half as well with 0 hints. Man just knew.
But no, that's like an unlucky one to ask me because there's a genuine random joke I've made about it in the past.
I mean,
so it's
fair
fucking
enough.
memorable to me.
Nah, mate, it's just
I told you it was
it's your Digimon
fucking...
skill.
Yeah,
It's why I didn't want to say.
skill.
It's like I keep forgetting about the blank thing because like, if I say Piranimon, he's just gonna go Metal Piranimon.
Aye, I think the blank thing's good because it just opens up a lot more cards, right? Like, you wouldn't fucking be able to say like 50% of the newer cards if you didn't say blank.
I know. Right.
The Piranamon in its name.
That is. I don't know if I want to. If you got that easy, I might give you a different evil one if that's fine.
Okay, that's fine, mate. Yeah, you can run it back when evil.
I
There's no limit.
I know.
The gloves are off tonight.
The gloves are off. I know exactly what deck my evil one's coming from as well.
I'm giving you an easy one, by the way. So
okay.
I mean, an easier one, I would say.
I might still get it wrong, mate. This is me.
I can't fucking remember what I was going to pick here. Where is that? I'm scrolling through this list of cards. Oh dear. Hold on.
Oh, you are not.
This is sad times, man. Where was it? Scrolling through the list of absolute shite.
Mate,
Aye, that's an easy one now. Fucking hell, it's too much. It's too much it's given away then. That is way too easy.
Nah, mate. I mean, it probably is way
Okay,
too
let's
easy.
just... Nah, mate. Fuck. Okay, I'm just gonna say this one now.
Okay,
Right.
go for it. I will tab out.
This I think this is gonna be the easiest one of all time. End of opponent's turn. If this tamer is suspended, you may delete this tamer to play one blank from your trash without paying its memory cost.
I mean, that's the Myotismon tamer. I don't remember his name, but that's all that is. That's the Myotismon.
What does he look like, mate? What does he look like?
He's got like the greasy looking hair and stuff, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah, that's Yukio.
We know exactly who it is.
I really just wanted to slip him in and see if he snuck through the cracks, because it was like, if you didn't know it,
mate,
then you would never know it.
If you remember Melrose, he played that deck at locals for like a month straight, and I think that was the last deck he played before he disappeared from the face of the earth. So
no, he played Galantmon, mate. He came back for one tournament.
One tournament? Damn.
Yeah. Fuck.
That was a very easy one.
It's not a gap in knowledge. Okay, that's fine anyway.
I'm trying to find.
That's fine.
Oh, what set is it? Is it this set? I'm trying to find the set that these are from, and it's they're so forgettable that I can't find it.
I'm going deep into the lab here to try and find one for you.
Aye, go for it. Gear's your worst, mate. Gear's your worst.
I've got one. This again. This is a you know it or you don't, or you'll never know.
We'll say this is the second one because that Yuki Ayakawa or whatever his name was just it was too easy to tell. Too easy to tell.
Okay, fair. It was over before it began.
Right.
You're not wanting me to go again, are you?
I've got one sitting ready if you want.
Right, aye. Load me a bit.
Right. On play, if this Digimon has 3 Digivolution sources, Blitz.
Yep. I think I know what this is.
It's
Oh wait, it's on play.
On play.
I thought it was Omni Shoutmon for a second there.
No.
Or Shoutmon DX. What is his name? Fucking I don't know. So it's on play, right? So on play and Digivolution sources. So I mean, the only things I can think of that do that are Digicross cards, obviously, right? Because like you got David Dobrik, he's got on play slips. He slips sources in and he does something based off it. Is there a fucking... There's not a fucking Shoutmon card that does this, because, I mean, I'm looking at the Digicross archetypes and I'm like...
He's looking?
You've got... Oh, fuck. I'm looking through my mind palace, haha. You've got, like... fucking Blue Flare, Shoutmon shit. You've got Bagra Army. Bryce, I swear to God, I feel like you might have asked me something like this before. or this has been on it before.
It might have been. Who knows?
Fucking, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's no blitz in fucking. Well, I know for a fact there's no blitz in Blue Flare, and I'm pretty sure there isn't any in fucking Cross Sharp. And there is definitely not any in Dark Nightmare because that doesn't even have fucking Rush. So it's going to be a Bagra card, right? So if we're looking at Bagra, we've got fucking Tactimon. We've got fucking Bagramon, I guess. But then, I don't really know, man. The other one's Big fucking Blastmon. Did he not get a couple of cards?
He might have done. Who knows?
I think he got 2 cards. And am I getting them mixed up for Tactimon? I can't fucking remember. But I can't even remember what Tactimon does. I just remember Blastmon's like big giant cunt who domes you, so that might make sense.
Right, you've got about 2.5 minutes left. You're about halfway through.
If I could just send me with the Blastmon, mate, to be honest.
You send him Blastmon.
Send me with the Blastmon. Big, it makes sense, right? It has to be a Digicross card. And it's something from Bagra. And as an enjoyer of Blastmon in BT3, 4?
4.
I know he's a big cunt who just domes you.
It is indeed Blastmon from Bagra's army. I meant to do Tactimon because I know I'd done Blastmon before, but I couldn't find him while I was searching.
You'd done that before.
Yeah, because I think last time I gave it to Adam and you were laughing or something. Because you were like, yeah, I remember this guy. I love this guy. But no,
he is. He's sick, mate. He's got the Infinity Stones.
I meant to go with Tactimon because I just couldn't find him in the thing in time. My eyes were not working.
Plays 2 guys and gives them blocker, and then when in effect would trash another Digivolution card, you can trash his instead.
It's the fact he plays 2 guys. He plays 2 guys, then gives them blocker, which would make you think Piedmon, except Piedmon doesn't give them blocker.
That's actually good tech, to be honest. I probably wouldn't have been able to work that out for him.
It was the only card that made Bagra's playable in that set, and in that it was like, oh, you can survive. You can't win, but you can survive.
You play 2 blockers, you don't die, they both die, and you're like,
also if
I've got Tactimon with the CD.
If you get the dream of 2 Uamano, you can play him for like 7 memory. No, less than 7, surely. I think he plays for like 4 memory. If you've got the double Uamano with the sources under them.
I know Bagra got some top semi recently, like last set or something, but that shit needs to like.
Oh.
I mean, I need to be careful what I wish for here because I think it could be one of the most broken, cancerous decks to play in the game.
I think if Darkness Bagra becomes a consistently playable card, it could be very scary.
What does that asshole do? Does he force Digicross you?
I'm pretty. Is Darkness Bagra not? But if it returns all Tamers when your opponent digivolves their attacks, and deletes something, then places the 5 sources under it so that you can do the Tamers one. That's Darkness Bagra though. I think the normal Bagra is just slide something under a Tamer type removal.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he was the first slide under Tamer. Yeah, he's got a good effect. It's just everything underneath this deck is bad.
Oh, the theming as well goes crazy, right? Because Arrestor Dramon's Superior mode has got the arm of Bagramon, so that's why he's empowered with Bagramon's epic effect on a level 5.
As Pog.
It's very cool.
Right.
Right, okay. I'm hitting you with a dirty one again. Do you know, I think we're getting to the point where a couple of us have repeated cards, and there's 2 cards I'm looking at here, and I want to use one of them, and I'm not sure if I've used one or the other.
Well, the good news, Cobb, is I never remember what cards have been used, so...
Okay, well, I'll hit you with this one anyway. So this effect is neither player's Digimon can be deleted in battle for the turn.
What? Oh, I know what this one is. This is the one where it's like, we have to stop fighting now or something.
That's exactly what it's called,
you've
mate.
Done that one
I'll
before.
I'll be honest with you. I actually clicked the wrong card because I was 99% sure I'd already done this one. Right. So can I run it back?
Yeah, run it back. So here's the other one.
Right, okay. This one is... main, all of your Digimon gain your turn. When attacking an opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution sources, delete that Digimon for the turn.
I think you might have done this one already as well. Is this the one where it's like the Sea Dramon under the sea?
Fuck
yeah,
off,
you've done this one before
so
as well,
mate. They're some of my 2 favourite cards because they're so like genuinely, I feel like at some point these things are gonna come out there
Mate,
and like break the game.
You have hit me with both of them before. That's the only reason I remember
Right,
it.
no, bro. I meant to say one of your Digimon gets 3k for the turn.
Wait, what? But you can't say that. That's the fuck. This is gonna be the fucking black one. That's the one
sorry.
cost Andromon.
No, this is the blue one cost. One that's Mad Dog Fire, mate.
Mad Dog Fire. Oh, it's Mad Dog Fire.
Mad Dog Fire.
Right, I'm gonna look.
What I actually meant to say, Bryce, was main draw a card.
Oh, it is Burrowing Storm or something. It is
Boring Storm.
Yeah, Boring Storm.
Crazy at the start of the game.
Mate,
What I meant to say was gain one memory main.
Stop this, Hammer Spark. Please let me pick a card.
What I meant to say was trash all Digivolution cards under all your opponent's Digimon.
Brother, I am done. I am finding you
That's
a card
Howling
now.
Crusher, Bryce. That's Howling Crusher. Okay, tell me.
I'm finding you a card.
Mate, mine didn't count. You got them all instantly. It's no fair. You didn't even have to think.
Mate, if you want to find another one, be my guest.
Nah, I'm joking. We probably go one more after
I think we
this,
go
right?
one more and then we call it. I don't think people are wanting to listen to us play Guess the Card for 40 minutes.
No, I don't know if people want to hear us play Guess the Card at all, apart from UXO.
Yeah, we love that UXO listens to it anyway. And if anyone else is here, thank you for being here. We do appreciate
Absolutely.
you existing.
Shout out to Adam, who's probably listening to this right now, going, hell yeah, I can actually get content to listen to now. I'm not on it.
Hell yeah. He'll be like, oh, they didn't talk about this from BT16.
I know.
Right.
No major news, but we did get some decent chat. Right, what are we saying, Bryce? What are we saying?
We are saying main. One of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 6k DP for the turn. Then you may return one card with the blank trait from your trash to hand.
So it's main effect?
Main effect.
Okay, so he's picked a dirty yellow card.
We have indeed.
So, hold on, fucking repeat it. It gets negative 6k
So,
for what?
Main, one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 6k DP for the turn. Then you may return one card with the blank trait from your trash to your hand.
Oh dear, bro. Oh dear. I'm a bit lost on this one.
Yes, we finally stumped him.
A yellow Digimon for sure. So, but what's returning shit from trash to hand?
A yellow Digimon. Interesting.
It's got to be yellow, right? It's yellow in some other colour, or it's just yellow, because... What? And then it's a main? I mean, it's Defo's a level 6 as well, right? So... What set is it?
It is from EX3.
EX3? Mate, you slipping in the fucking... Wait, EX... Yeah, you slipping in the Hina's army pattern here? Question mark?
Ah, yes, Hina's Army's rare minus card.
So what was in that fucking set? It was all the dragons, right? It's Draconic Roar.
Yes.
And it's a yellow card, so we're trying to work it out. Yellow for that set, I know, was 4 Great Dragons, which is a bit of a problem for me, because, well, it's not Magna Dramon, right? And the other one's Gold Dramon, so could be that. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else in EX3 that's fucking... It's really worthy of that.
I don't know.
I don't know, mate. I don't remember if there was anything else, and I think we were at the point as well where we were basically getting like one line a set, so we'll lock in Goldramon and pray that's what it is.
It is not Goldramon.
Okay, we're at the point where we're fucked now.
Are you indeed?
But actually, it's main. It's a fucking option card, isn't it? Fuck.
That's why I went Digimon?
Do you know, my point was like, oh, it's a main effect on a Digimon, but they didn't really do that back then, did they?
I actually think there's a Digimon with a main effect in this set, so I think you might be slightly off. I think this was one of the first sets to have it. I could actually...
Fucking
oh wait, no,
yellow
I think I'm
option
wrong.
card, man.
I am wrong. There is not a Digimon with main in this set.
Are we going to get fucking... It must be God Flame, right?
It is indeed God Flame. There you go.
Thank fuck I actually know what his attack is, man.
I was gonna say, I was
Like,
so
literally-
confused when you said Digimon. I was like, what? This is clearly like a shit event card type thing.
I don't... Event card, what's that?
Sorry, wrong game. Shit option card.
I thought, but I could genuinely see them printing a level 6 and being like, yeah, so his thing is like, you got to out him, or otherwise he's going to neg 6 something
Yeah,
every
but
time.
that's like current level pattern. Back then, that would have actually been fucking insane. A mega that just goes
Probably.
activate main -6 every turn.
Absolute potential.
Yeah, this card is indeed. Or if this, I honestly think, see if this was on a mega now that had, and it had a return a vaccine, this would be a good mega. Just -6 every turn and return a vaccine to hand.
Yeah.
Psychopatamon infinitely.
What do you mean if it was on a mega or if the option said vaccine?
No, if it was on a mega. The option's never going to be good.
The
option will never
that
be
would
good.
be nuts. That would be good value,
Yeah.
actually. It would have to probably do something else, right? It couldn't just do that.
It would probably have a when digivolving of some sort. Or an on.
Speaking of
Or the
which,
classic
actually,
on
Bryce,
delete recover.
I know we've left the talk about things stage, but I was actually speaking to Shek the other day, right, who has been on the pod before, if you guys don't know at home, right? But
This time
me and
last
Shek
year.
were talking. We've got a kind of degenerate sleeping schedule at the minute, right? We play Hearthstone Battlegrounds till like 2 in the morning, and then we go, right, time to go off. But then before we go off, we always seem to get like talking about something, and then we accidentally stay on for like another hour. So anyway, long story short, we were talking about like Digimon cards that are coming out, and he was going, what the fuck have they done to this game, man? That's like a Yu-Gi-Oh text box. And I think he was exaggerating with some of them, but honestly, see these days when you've got like a stack and you're processing all the effects and you're doing everything, I was like, I used to always tell people Digimon's brilliant because it's like reasonably straightforward. But see some of the cards they're printing now, it's like they've got so many different effects. They print like a level 6, it's got 3 separate effects on it. I'm like, is this getting too much?
Yeah, I mean, good examples would be the new metallic, or even just in BT16, the next set coming out. Let's just look at something random. Something that's not even good. Malomyotismon. This has enough text on it, so... Sorry, that was the timer.
Oh, is that my 5 minutes done?
Yeah, that's your timer done. You were well too quick. But this has enough text on it that the text has been shrunk down compared to other text boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the tamers all read a fucking novel as well.
There's actually, like, honestly, there's so many effects. I mean, it's just a lot of wording, right? Like,
yeah.
Part of me thinks as well that this is, like, really somewhat unfriendly for new players because I read these things, and the other thing is the keywords, right? They don't put keyword explaining text on the card after the keyword's been out for, like, 2 or 3 sets.
Yeah.
So, like, you're getting to the point now where it's like, Shek was going, like, oh, what's barrier? And I'm like, how the fuck's he not know what barrier is? And then I'm like, wait, hold on a minute, actually. It's only been, like, barrier's only been out for, like, 3 sets?
Yeah,
4
I
sets?
think
Something like that.
it came out in the last EX set, right?
Aye. And I'm like, well, obviously you know what barrier is.
Yeah, so that's
Obviously you
3
know
sets.
what alliance is. Like, there's actually quite a lot of effects now where you're, like, keywords that you don't know. And it's just, I don't know, reading cards now, you're like, hold on a minute. Alliance, when digivolving, when attacking once per turn, you may play 1 level 4 or lower yellow or green Digimon from your hand or trash without paying a cost. Okay, cool. End of turn, if Cherubimon or X antibodies in this Digivolution's cards, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. For each of your other Digimon, add what. Like, it takes too long just to read it, right? And that's only one effect. They've probably also got, like, a full line of effects.
Yeah.
Like, another example of this is, I was playing in the online UK locals last night, and one of the guys was like, so what effects does that Etamon stack have? And I was like, and you also have to specify, like, what's given it to them, right? In case that comes up. So I'm like, oh, Chumon inheritable, on deletion play a Chumon rested from my trash without paying the memory cost. Sukamon, if this it actually fucked the guy a bit as well, because I was like, if this Digimon, I can't remember, I think I might have even said by effect or something like that accidentally, but I'm like, if this Digimon would be deleted, delete a Sukamon to prevent it from being deleted. When you attack the first time once per turn, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and play a 3-cost yellow or black Digimon. Metal Etamon, on play when Digivolving, pop a 3 cost Digimon, goes up by 1 for every Etamon or Sukamon in the Tanash, and then finally, first time you attack once per turn, I can redirect the attack into either my security or into the Digimon by putting a Sukamon or Etamon from my hand onto the security stack. And he's like, okay mate, that's as clear as mud, no worries.
Aye.
You know, it's like, it's way too fucking much, man. Kinda, the amount of different effects you have to process is kind of bonkers.
Maybe I don't feel it as bad because yellow, at least in terms of inheritables, they're fairly simple. Patamon is probably the wordiest card in the deck, but other than that, it's like my level 4 basically just says gain a memory or remove, or the other one says -5 or remove a virus. My megas are surprisingly simple because like Seraphimon has been in most of the lists we looked at today, and it's just when a card is recovered, -7 and gain security attack, and on Digivolve recover. And then Venusmon just says skill drain, and then Metamamon just says crit life play a guy. It's a fairly simple one.
Even Venusmon though,
oh yeah,
people get confused with Venusmon because even if they know what it does and they know the effect, like I have had moments where I've forgot that it's the Venusmon that applies the no Digivolving when attacking. It's not like that's part of the floodgate. So I'm like, you know, even that's got like a little bit of complication to it, and loads of people had fucking, for some reason, Venusmon was like hard to get proper rulings for when it came out. People didn't quite understand it. Everybody was asking, so if I do this, does it work? And you're like, no.
Nah, I can,
nothing works.
I can get what you mean. I think they need to figure out how they word their boxes now, because I've seen a few where it's like the wording on them is not great, because some of them it's like nice concise wording, do this to do this. Other ones it's like, if you do this and this, do this. And then sometimes like, if you've done this, then you could potentially maybe do that, and it gives just, some of them just ramble a bit.
I think so. Like, they could try and shorthand the effects a bit. Like, instead of like gain 2 memory, it could just say like, no, it couldn't just say 2 memory. That would be stupid. Like, I mean, it could just say
if you do this, memory +2. Just turn it like
+2 memory.
Just turn it like
it's just
security attack.
Finding ways to trim little words off it, and like having 2 effects when like one of the effects is like a kind of mini paragraph is like, it's kind of a lot to juggle, I feel like.
The last one I'm going to touch on is they need to stop making so many keywords. Like, this was one of the things that
they're
made,
actually dishing them out now.
This is one of the things that made old Dragon Ball Masters really unfriendly to new players after like the first 5 sets, is every single set they were printing 2 new keywords, and next set we get collision as a new keyword. The set after, I think we get another new keyword, and then by the time we get to Liberators, they're getting their own keywords.
Vortex is arse, by the way. Like, not that it's not a good keyword to have. I just think it's so fucking like, it's 2 keywords, right? At the end of your turn, this Digimon may attack an opponent's Digimon. It can attack the turn that's played with this effect. Like, it's 2 keywords basically at once, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like Rush, but only if you're attacking a Digimon, but also Blitz. It's kind of weird, man. I mean, I hope they keep that in Archetype, because if not, it's just fucking
danger.
Literally keyword power creep in it, almost.
I mean, I think with BT14, that kind of marked a new type of power creep. Like, that was just all of the new stuff in this is the power creep of the game currently.
Yeah.
But
man, I like the way it's heading, but there is a lot of complications.
I think the new mechanics are mostly cool. I just think they need to be more concise on wording and stop printing so many keywords. Otherwise, you're never going to get new players.
Yeah, it's an awful lot, man, and I don't know. There's ways they could deal with it, I guess, and it's probably not the end of the world as long as you like trust your opponent when he goes like, yeah. So anyway, this keyword lets me attack one of your Digimon, and he goes, right, but you're out of memory. And he's like, no, but this lets me attack when the memory counter's over. You're like, all right, okay, but you just played them this turn, and he's like, no, the keyword lets me do that too. And you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, and then
it's a lot.
And then another one they've done is another one that lets you swing at the end of your turn, but this time it does it without suspending.
I know.
And
then they're like, hold on a minute, so can I swing without suspending? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, dear.
It's going to get messy real quick.
I love how it's also like, that keyword is just looks like a fucking nightmare in of itself. It's overclock, opens bracket, Opens bracket, overclock, opens bracket, puppet, close bracket, trait, close bracket.
Yeah, that is just
Like,
oh, it's so.
What?
I can't wait for that to be misprinted and just say Poppy or something. I think we're past the days of.
It's been a while, mate.
We're past the days of Bandai misprinting, but I feel like it's coming back soon.
Yeah, I just worry that Digimon's going the way of like Dragon Ball, where it's like, okay, now we've found our audience, we just cement that audience, and we don't want any new people in the door.
I don't know, because I feel like Masters started to get rid of their audience as well a bit, because they like everyone's like, oh well, I don't remember this keyword that from set 6 that's suddenly come back.
Aye, what one's that? Getting out the fucking document of 50 pages to work it out.
But anyway, we went on a wee rant there at the end of Guess the Card. And
yes, good.
We do love the way the game is going, just tidy up the wording a bit, that's all.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, man. Like, I think it's a really good step in the right direction for them to step in and go, hold on a minute, Apoclymon's stupid, we need to get that cunt out of the game. And you're like, but he's a secret. Bandai has never hit a secret before, and then they hit it. And then they're like, oh, that Garurumon engine's absolutely disgusting, that needs hit. No, but it's new, it's only been out for one set. They're not going to do that to the West. Yeah, does it? To the West. Yeah. We love it.
I do love it. And
bold and sexy.
It still annoys me that engine still sees play a wee bit.
What engine? The Garuru engine? Yeah, I mean, they just play them both at one, right?
Yeah.
It seems like every purple deck just runs the fucking level 4 engine that's like, so then I use Goblimon or some other card, and then I evolve into a guy that draws me, trashes me, and then I get benefits for drawing me, trashing me. That's part of the reason I wanted to play Myotismon again, because I played Leviamon so I could help John Stone test, and I was like, this level 4 engine is fucking cancer, man. How are they getting away with this? I was like, this would be so good for Myotismon, so I can find Yukio Oikaba and put him in the bin.
That is insane. Mate, use Raremon.
It's bonkers.
Right.
Oh, I've actually got 3 Raremon at the minute, mate.
Oh, damn. Man's stocking up for my own.
I am, and now I'm not going to play it till next set.
Right. Well then.
Tier 0.
That everything for today then?
I think so, mate. I think that's a nice time to wrap up. We've just about hit the 2 hour mark. First pod without Adam. First pod for under 2 hours somehow.
Yeah, I think there's a correlation here.
Could be. It's because when me and Adam are together, the banter is flying off the shelves, people. We're chatting about dog shit. We're going off topic. But then if Adam's in, he's also talking about One Piece with Bryce, and oh, fucking hell yes.
Oh, mate, I could have went on another 30-minute rant about the fucking Dragon Ball sim, but we'll leave that for another day.
Oh, I know that's true. I forgot about that in one of the last ones. I went to the toilet and came back, and you were still talking.
I know. Right.
Bonkers.
Well, thank you very much for listening, everybody.
Right.
That's
absolutely
basically everything. So, have a nice night.
Yeah, that's all. Night, guys. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.